My name's Amy and I'm playing Isabella Thorpe.
My name's Jake and I'm playing John Thorpe. So John is he's arrogant, he's boisterous, he's loud. My horses, my carriages, they always get very good distance out of them. So I love to go all over. He seems to have been some sort of experiment where he wasn't raised around manners or etiquette or other people. I've got no room for uppity people. Absolutely not. He doesn't really observe tradition. He doesn't observe manners or etiquette. Right. And for some people, that probably would make them think he's a very funny, lively, unique person. I don't know who I'm going to sell a horse to there, but I'll find a way. It's annoying, it's obnoxious. I love throwing myself about to a country jig myself.
Isabella Thorpe is a bit of a mean girl. To Catherine in the story, she's supposed to be this, you know, this new friend she meets when she gets to Bath, you know. I think some of the fashions here are a little outdated, you see, compared to London. It's supposed to be all friendly and lovely, but Isabella seems to have a few tactics of her own where she wants to be seen and noticed. Oh, the pump room, of course.
Why is that? Why do you
It's
feel?
a great place to observe everybody.
Oh, I see.
All the men.
Yes.
Isabella's very manipulative and uses Catherine to get her own way and get involved with people that she wouldn't usually get involved with.
No.
We're thinking of going to Blaise Castle as well.
Yes, of course.
That sounds quite good.
Oh, right.
Isabella's very fond of that.
Oh, of course.
Yes, I think it's quite a family trait of the Thorpes that they're quite self-centred.
Right.
And I think they kind of live for their own pleasures. There was this very funny play about a village where everyone talked in gibberish. And that was fantastic. It was about this chap who had his eye on a very lively young thing. And in the end, they keep talking nonsense to each other and they both die. One of them was called Julie, I think, without much care of anyone else. If that means that they're going to be a bit manipulative, then that's what they're going to do. John is essentially, he basically ends up both taking Catherine out and in his own way trying to propose to her without really her consent. He just sort of lays eyes on her and says, "Oh, I'll be taking you out this evening," and he serves as an example of the person she doesn't really want to be with. At one point she feels like he's a villain in one of her stories, holding her against her will and keeping her away from the man who she actually wants to be with, which is Henry.
Isabella's quite similar in the sense that she, you know, as soon as she meets Catherine, she's like, we're going to be friends, like, this is it now. Complete loyalty, I say. Someone to confide in.
Yes.
All your secrets. Like, she doesn't really give Catherine much of a choice and says, we're going to do this, we're doing this, we're talking to these people, and you might be interested, my brother.
Yeah.
Mysteries of Udolpho, of course, which I tried to make you read, though it doesn't seem very interesting.
Nonsense. It's all people prancing about the place and, oh, what's in the castle? Oh, it's nonsense. I prefer the gibberish kind of plays by that Bill. All the gibberish plays, I love them. They always sound so silly, very silly.
Yeah. Well, I advise you to read more books like Udolpho, please.
Do you want a horse?